Welcome to Shorty SuperCoach. How you guys going out there? The rankings are freshly out, and we're going to get stuck right into them. Last week, I was dying at this point. I was didn't know it at that point, but I was going to be sick for about 3 or 4 days. So I went to bed, didn't get the video out on Sunday, so I'm glad to get it out a bit earlier this time around. So we're going to talk all things this weekend SuperCoach, but also, crucially, what trades are we going to do? What's floating around Shorty's mind? What's on your mind? Let me know what's going on, because we know prices are going to change now. After this week, we got the 2 weeks of a bit of a honeymoon period, see what's going on. Now we might want to pull the trigger on a few moves. So I'll talk a little bit about that in a moment. But first things first, let's a little bit of a story, a little bit of what's been going on over the weekend. It's a good weekend. Had an engagement party last night. Wasn't anything too crazy. I was tucked into bed by 2 o'clock, so that's not too bad by my standards at times. So woke up much fresher and should avoid a serious 4-day hangover. But I was at Liquorland the other day, and how do you preface this story? It's just a story of 2 alpha male energies, just this version of Shorty and that version of Shorty. I was just in Liquorland, and I was buying some drinks, clearly. And I'm not sure if you know the drink, but those Santori 196s, I'll bring it up here. Absolutely freaky bastards. Look at them. Small little thing, but they pack a punch. They are some serious standard drinks in there, and they have knocked me on my ass before. So the backstory to this, there's a little teaser to what I scored. Spoiler alert. One day I was playing catch up. You never want to play catch up. It never ends well. So I'm smacking Malibu. I must have finished work late or something. And I was trying these Santoris because I'd heard so many good things about them. Tasted pretty nice, maybe too nice. I reckon I knocked only like 4 or 5 back. And the long and short of that is, me and a mate deal, we were going into town. We thought that was a great idea. Everyone was else was packing up and leaving. We're heading into town in the Uber. And things got away from me in the Uber. When you just think you're fine, and then you get in the Uber and he's going around corners, you're like, whoa, bro, shit. Anyway, I didn't throw up in there, but he must have sensed that I was pretty cooked. And he's like, mate, you need to get out. And I was like, oh, yeah, actually, now you say it, mate. Yeah, I actually will. Thanks, brother. Because, when you're in the Uber and you're like, yeah, so keen for town. And then 2 minutes in, it's like, shit. Whew. I could be gone here. Your head's spinning. So that was me. And anyway, so we were probably 5 minutes into the 10-minute trip, and we had to get out of the cab. So me and my mate had to walk home. Didn't really think getting an Uber again was a great idea. Just went the track, man versus machine. And yeah, basically I was in all sorts, absolute all sorts. I nearly fell into a lake. It was crazy. I say lake, but it was like a creek. At one point I just stumbled, ended up in these reeds. It was madness. Not my finest moment. Drink responsibly, obviously. But playing catch up, it just got away from me. Nothing worse than you sort of drinking and then you're like, hang on, I'm pretty drunk, and the last half an hour's worth of drinks, they're still kicking in. Okay, could be in trouble. So that's the backstory. That just went on a random tangent. So anyway, there's this group of people, a couple of chicks, a couple of guys. They're looking at the drinks and they're deciding. And one chick has no idea what she wants to get. And her friend's like, oh, get the 196 Santoris. They're so good. Like, last time I had them, I don't even remember the night. I got that fucked up. And I'm thinking, oh, yeah, I'll come in here with a bit of funny business. I'll get involved. And she was like, oh, I don't know. And I said, oh, the 196s. They're like, yeah. I was like, dangerous call. And they thought that was pretty funny. Just random dude said something. So there's your first bit of alpha male energy, real confidence. They're probably thinking, wow, what a crazy guy, confident dude. Then I just went bang, grabbed a 4-pack of guava cruisers, and just removed any alpha male energy that I had produced in the last 30 seconds. It was like, boom, confident comment. Oh, he's drinking a 4-pack of cruisers tonight. Cool. But it was a bit of fun. And look, I don't care what you drink. I like the way guava cruisers taste. Don't judge me, all right? I drink Malibu sometimes. I'm still a man. I don't drink beer. Please don't unsubscribe. But, it was a bit of fun. It was a good night. I hope you guys had a good weekend out there. It was not a bit of a long day at work, but it helps having the footy on it. It really does. Can't believe the Saints got up. That was out of nowhere. I thought the Giants were piss poor. That was terrible. Switched my tip off the back of Martin being out, and Grimes just stamped the authority with that one, and then they still couldn't get it done. They'd never really pushed them. Anyway, we're getting so off topic. So let's get stuck in to the SuperCoach. If you haven't had a look at some of the Facebook pages I'm aligned with, SuperCoach 360 or AFL SuperCoach 360, I'll have a link below, and serious SuperCoaches. They're really generous with letting me use their page as a bit of a platform and interact, and it helps me, and I like to give them a bit of a shout out. It gives them a bit of content. So yeah. But hey, let's get stuck into it. You already saw a little sneak preview. I'm really pleased with it. 2,430. I've looked at a fair range of the scores, but I haven't looked at everyone, so there'll be a bit of a live feedback coming right at you in a moment. So yeah, that was a major improvement, as you can see. That, like I said last week, you might be ranked 40-odd thousandth, but it's only a couple of hundred points to the top 5K. And as you can see, one good score in round 2, and boom, you move up 30,000 in ranking spots. So a couple of good results in draft 2, I think, as well, which was good. So yeah, look, Crisp, he bounced back. Come on, guys. I told you, don't go trading your premiums after 1 week. They both bounced back. I will say I didn't think Ridley lit the world on fire and somehow turned up. I don't really know how he did it. Whitfield's a bit of a concern, though. That's a concern. But Crisp was outstanding. Short's he's a dream at the moment. He's really doing what we thought. No Hooley, and he's just racking everything up out of the back line. He's a dream to watch. And I was stoked to see Hinge get a nice sort of 16, 18 possessions, kick a goal, and just get a good score in, because I was like, gee, I hope he's, I was optimistic that he could score well. And the round 150 had me a little bit worried. Paddy McCartan, the Cats were just putting it on his head time after time in the first quarter. He's not a high possession player, but when he get those intercept marks, it's really, really good. And look, Gibcus is probably, we never really had high hopes on his scoring ability. As you can see, little VC loophole with DeConning there. And Whitfield, I will discuss a little bit more of this when I talk about my potential trades later in the video. If you've got any of your own thoughts on what you're doing with your trades, feel free to comment below. I'll be getting back to those, and I'll also be going live on Wednesday. I'll put a video out, but live session Wednesday. I reckon we'll go 8 o'clock, so hopefully I can see you there, guys, and we can talk all things SuperCoach and all things absolute trash talk. But Lockie, you got to lift, mate. You got to lift, son. So McRae just does what McRae does. Oliver just does what Oliver does. And Lockie Neal. Oh, Jesus, that was sexy. That was just hot. I was watching it. My mate's a Brisbane Lions supporter. He's just darting around the stoppage. He was everywhere, kicking snags. It was great to watch. He's back. He's on fire. I'll tell you what, Cripps, Neal, Brayshaw, they're all up in the Petrarca. They're all up in the Brownlow, almost 6 votes each at the moment. Now, Paddy Cripps, my man crush remains. It's as strong as ever. Oh boy, he's one hell of a man. I tell you what, he's dominating. I made the late switch to get on board, and I'm very pleased with it. So, Matty Rowell though, look. Now, I didn't see the game. Feel free to enlighten me as to what exactly happened. I think he had 11 touches in the first quarter and almost next to nothing in the last. Did he go off at any stage? I didn't see him listed as an injury. Had a lot of clangers. But look, he's that price. He's averaging 114. If it happens in that roller coaster fashion, then I'll take it. His ceiling is massive. I reckon that's about as low as he's going to get. I've still got a fair bit of faith. Oh, got cut off there. Sorry. I think I've still got a lot of faith that Rao's a really, really good option. I can see him averaging easily sort of 105 to 110 sort of mark. So, yeah, if you caught the game, though, let me know how you felt he played. Now, Horn Francis scored really well, and I didn't have him on the field. Look, I ended up using Hoff as the Dill Stevens to get Stevens' score, but I should have done it. I should have put Ward on the bench, but Saturday was so damn busy, and there's so many outs with West Coast that it was hard to keep up. And then I was like, shit, Hoff is out. Oh, crap, I can use him as a loophole. And then I just did it Sunday morning. I had high hopes for Horn Francis against that West Coast side, but you got to play the odds. You got to take the 95 when it's there. Didn't quite work out. Would have much preferred to pocket another 40 points by having Ward on the bench. Having said that, he mainly didn't score well just because he didn't use the ball very well. Still had 20 touches, and Dacos had a fair bit of the ball, but obviously didn't translate quite the same as it did week one. But we know what he's about. He's going to be a great option. And yeah, great to have a few of these rookies, scoring good points and looking really promising to make us lots of cash. Grundy, just solid. Gorn, we'll get to you, Max. I picked him knowing that he would not probably be that 120 guy that he has been for so long with the rise of Jackson, and he's another year older, but I really thought 110 was sort of a lock. Now, I'm not saying panic, but I'm just saying we got something to think about, Max. We got something to think about. Dunkley was nice and solid. Butters, 11 tackles. That was great as well, just to boost that score right up. Cornelio, really, really solid in what was not the greatest performance from the Giants. Will Brodie, I actually didn't realise he turned up. That's saucy. Really pleased with that. And Cherry, extra saucy. That's the cherry on top. That's great. And Rochelle, well, every man and his dog's got him, but he's going to have those days as a small forward where it doesn't quite happen for him. But, he's such a talent. And I was happy to just have Durden on the bench. Certainly didn't want to be copping that score. So, overall, really stoked. Brodie really just made amends he made the most of an opportunity without Mundy and Fife in the team. And Cherry, well, that was, really, really good. I was really pleased to see that, because when you pick guys around that, not awkward price, but they're more than a rookie, you want to get that return early, those positive signs. So, I hope you guys had a good week as well. Just in short, because obviously I'll elaborate on this later in the week, what am I initially thinking? I'm thinking George Hewitt's someone I really want in the team. I'm looking at Isaac Heaney going, gee, I'd love to grab those biceps, get him into the team as well. Tim English was looking great. Langer's mentioned him as well. What did Jack Hayes do? I feel like it was a pretty tough day for him, what I heard. I mean, we're not going to expect a 120, 130 every week, but it looks like it dropped off a bit if his average is down to 97. So a 68, yeah. So, I was originally thinking that Hayes would come in, but I don't know. Like, he'll only get one price rise off that big score in round one. Don't know. I might have more pressing things to do. I'm not too sure, guys. I'm going to have to think on that. But what I will say is that Lockie Whitfield, I don't know. Like I said to you all last week, I like to back my premiums in. But what's going on? Ridley and Whitfield, part of me wants to back them in, and part of me just has a little bit of nervous energy about, Ridley just doesn't seem to get involved as much as maybe he once did. I know it's just 2 weeks, but he's very effective per possession. And Whitfield just, without watching it, I listened to the whole game, he just seems to be lacking that damage on the game. The touches were okay, 22, few tackles here and there, but he doesn't seem to be impacting the game. That's just my rough assessment in terms of listening to the game. And look, Gorn, he'll bounce back, won't he? Will he? Surely. He's a gun. I mean, look, do I go aggressive? I've got 35 trades. Could you go Gorn to English? And, English looks like he's the main guy now. And then when Cherry gets ruck eligibility, you could eventually switch those. English could be a keeper in the forward line. And maybe Gorn has dropped a touch by then. Cherry's gone up a bit in the next 4 to 6 weeks. You can make that transaction. It's a good financial one. Could I just pinch 100k by going George Hewitt? Is he going to continue these amazing numbers when it is Chera back in there too, and it's Kennedy and it's Walsh right back in the centre bounce more so, and it's Cripps doing his thing? I think he will, but that's something to think about. Do I have to grab Heaney? He's not going to stay around that price for long. There's a bit to think about. I always go back in your premiums. You could even say with Ridley, okay, he's not getting involved as much, but shit, if he's scoring 100 off 17 touches, imagine when he just gets a few extras, gets his 22, 23, 24, pumps out a 120. So, look, I've got a bit to think about. I'd love to hear your thoughts on, what you guys are considering, and let me know in the comments. But yeah, I'll be talking all things SuperCoach on Wednesday, so feel free to pop in and have a chat. And if you've got any questions, I'll hopefully get to them in the comments, but I'll definitely get to them in the live session. So, yeah, good week overall, but I've still got a fair bit to think about, I think. So, yeah, cheers for listening, guys. I'll talk to you all soon. Thanks.